everybody. I'm going to do my follow-up video of some of the new things I've got for this, and actually just some new things in general. But first we'll go over what I've done to this truck after my initial runs at the trail and what I thought. Speaking of which, taking this thing to the trail was absolutely fun. It's a great truck to run, very scale. It's just a blast. I mean, it's well built, very rigid, very rugged, all around good truck. I have nothing but good things to say about it. But a few things that I noticed that could be upgraded, and I decided to do so, is first of all, probably the most obvious thing, is the tires. I went with a much bigger tire, but still on the 1.55 wheels. I went with the Interco IROX. It has a nice aggressive tread pattern, much bigger tire than the ones that comes with the Mud Thrashers, which do have a nice feel to them. They're nice and sticky, good tread, but they're pretty small. You can see the size difference is pretty substantial. Yeah, matter of fact, I'll just bring it closer so you can see. So, there you go. You can see the difference. But it has a nice tread pattern, real aggressive, has tread along the sidewall, so I like that. The compound's really good, and it has a nice look to it. So, that was one of the first things. The second thing, when you buy this kit, and it comes with the body, the hard body, it also comes with rigid plastic side view mirrors. And anytime you roll this thing, those things are coming off, because they're literally just glued on. So, I didn't want to have to deal with, re-gluing them or not having them at all, so I went ahead and ordered from RC4WD the rubber mirrors. And now, anytime it rolls, it just flexes and they don't fall off. Like I said, I could have just went without the mirrors, but I didn't want to. I like the way it looks. So, here you go. The only problem with these is the fact that they literally shipped cost me $23, and I thought that was a little high, but it's an expensive hobby. What are you going to do? And also I had laying around a set of bead locks and some RC4WD Mud Thrashers, but these are the 1.9s, so I went ahead and put one of them in my bed here so I could have a spare. Looks kind of cool. Also had laying around some lights from my Wraith. Just, I had some parts trees still laying around, so I went ahead and threw these on. I do have to get the LEDs popped into here, but rather than having a winch, which I decided not to go with, I'm going to just, put some fog lights on there. I think it'll look nice. And they fit good, and hey, they mounted well. So, no complaints there. So, one of the other things I did, well, the last thing so far, to get a little more flex out of it, I did put the soft leaf springs, but I wanted some more flex. That just allowed, the soft leaf springs, all they did really is just allow it to flex a little easier, just with no more flex than you would usually get. So I ordered the RC4WD shooter shackles for the front and the rear here. This is the front, sorry. This is the rear. Okay. Now that we got that covered. But it really improves. And you can see it just basically gives it like a pivot point, which allows this to flex a heck of a lot more. So with the combination of these and the soft red leaf springs, I'm noticing a heck of a lot better suspension travel. So I'm pretty excited about getting it out on the trail and trying this out. I've done the initial, hey, I'm going to drive around in my house and I'm going to drive in my backyard, but you really don't know what you're going to get out of it until you take it to the trail. So, and you can see I did a waterproofing job on the ESC. I did end up using the receiver box. I didn't mount it back here like it was intended. That's where I put my battery tray. You can see that. I just, I stick it down with Velcro. It holds real well. And then I waterproofed this and put my receiver in it and put it here. And then mounted my on-off switch there. So, it actually worked out pretty well. So, no complaints. I really love this truck. I'm very excited about it. So, that gets us past what I've done to this. The other thing I have picked up, because I have a friend who bought this on a whim and never used it. It literally, we put one battery pack in it and drove it around in my house one time. And it sat in his house. He never ended up using it. And he basically was complaining at work. He works with me. that he needed a pair of boots. So I said, hey, I'll get you some boots. Why don't you give me that Summit? He agreed. He picked out the boots, and I spent $35 on the boots for this ready-to-run truck. It has the remote, the box, the nickel metal hydrant that came with it, which, you know, you get about 8 minutes of runtime in it with the one battery. So, the next thing I ended up doing was going on to hobbyking.com and ordering a couple lipos for it. Now, I cannot say enough good things about the lipos on Hobby King, especially because of the price. Each one of these costed me, per lipo, $8. So I think shipped altogether for two, it was 20 bucks. You can't beat it. That is a fantastic price for good lipos. You're not like going to go out racing with them or whatever, but as far as just your typical use, bashing, whatever, they're great lipos. I've been using them for, well, I've been using their brand of lipos for quite some time, and I can't say enough good things about them, and I can't say enough about the price. Awesome. So, I guess that kind of brings us to the end, but I guess this weekend, on Sunday, I actually go out with a group. It's kind of the off season, you know, the weather hasn't been the greatest, but I'm part of a group called NOSTR, NOSTR.net on the internet, and there's been rumblings that a couple of guys are going to get together and hit the trails this weekend, so hopefully I can get some video of that with the upgraded parts on the RC four-wheel drive, have some fun. I hope to get a video. It's kind of depending on the weather and kind of the environment, you know, whether I can get a video or not, but I would like to. So get some other guys' rigs on there, you know, us having some fun. So hopefully I can show that to you guys and you can enjoy that. But until then, thanks for watching once again. Hope you guys are out having fun on the trails too, and I'll see you next time. And until then, we'll see you later.